You know, Halloween falls on a Saturday this year, and typically, I think it was the beginning of the year, there was a meme that was floating around that talked about how exciting it was. Now, again, that was at the beginning of 2020, and normally we'd be really excited that it falls on the weekend, lot of parties, friends, things to do to celebrate. But the coronavirus cases rising here in North Texas and in different parts of the country have people sort of maybe changing their minds. There are concerns and some new warnings, not only about Halloween, but also about Thanksgiving. So this morning we're asking you, what are your plans? Have you changed them? What are you thinking about doing right now? Let us know. A small gathering, a large gathering, or maybe no gathering at all? Use the hashtag I'm up, but also weigh in right now on our poll at WFAA.com/vote now, or you can click the vote now tile on our app and let us know what you think. And while you go ahead and do that and let us know your plans, we're going to get out to Hannah Davis in Dallas, where the county is now back after being at a code orange for a few weeks. We're back at code red. So what are health officials suggesting here locally, Hannah?
Yeah, good morning, Kara. We're hearing from health officials locally as well as at the national level, the CDC, saying it's okay to celebrate, but like everything else in our world, these celebrations, whether it's Halloween or Thanksgiving, are going to look different. And the CDC is handing down recommendations on what that should look like to try to educate people so they can make the best decision. So let's take a look at some of those recommendations. So let's start with like the low risk, what they're saying would be low risk. They're saying it's household gatherings with people that you live with, small numbers, inside, not going out and about. That's going to be your best bet. Moderate risk activities would include going out to a public place, if it's outside or something like that. And the high risk would be indoor activities, large gatherings, especially when people are traveling, and those are issues to avoid. We also did hear from the county judge, Clay Jenkins, who on the local level said and tweeted out, urging people not to go trick-or-treating in that usual manner or trunk-or-treating, instead suggesting again for folks to get creative and do it differently this year so they can socially distance. Now, on the Thanksgiving front, the CDC, same thing. If you're going to have that get together, do it with the people that you live with, or they suggest a virtual celebration, which is kind of a creative way of doing it. They really want you not to get in those big groups again, lots of people traveling, and if you're going to do that, try to make as many precautions as you can. Again, this is a totally different year that we're living in right now. So we know the celebrations are going to be different as well. That's why they want you to have the most information that you can to stay safe, while you also celebrate the big moments of our life. Back to you.